What up, everyone? This is Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. And yes, I'm back, and we're doing number 5 of Salvation Run. It is time. It is time for another rumble between the villains, between Team Joker and Team Luther. Let's see who comes out on top and who survives this deadly planet as they're stranded on. Our villains are trapped, sent there by their own government, betrayed, lost there without a trial. Generally just all kinds of messed up. As the Joker and his squad try to sneak in, the rogues are ready. They fire a flash of light, letting everyone know that they're here. It's a raiding party. Joker's band of clowns are basically out of food, and it's time for them to raid and take whatever they can. This big flashlight appears, and I love this picture. It shows a lot of really cool villains. Giganta, Poison Ivy, Killer Frost, Two-Face, Croc, Man-Bat. Very awesome. I love that spread. You gotta love the artist in this. And Joker, of course, is asking to turn off the lights because it's just all kinds of horrible, especially when you're stalking in the middle of the night. As Luther prepares, he has a little strategy in hand, but of course it doesn't work. There's just too many of them, and they basically have overwhelming force on their side. Not to mention Giganta, who can move a big rock over that fire pit. And it's basically what Team Joker does. They have overwhelming force. And they just basically stomp in. They're going for the supplies. And look at Harvey. You gotta admire Harvey. That's a man of conviction. But anyways, all hell is breaking loose as they're looking for food, water, basically anything they could take, steal, eat, or use for themselves. And this is a very interesting dynamic here between Joker and Luther. As Joker's pointing a gun at Luther, and Deadshot, of course, has Joker in his sides getting ready to cap him if anything goes off. And of course, Lex is the voice of reason. He's the one saying, he's the one and the only one capable of getting them home. And Joker, in the back of his sick, demented mind, realizes that. But as we go to Team Savage, he's basically explaining his plan that he's going to create a paradise with her and these other women, and through his bloodline he's gonna supply a superior race of human beings. And it's just funny how smooth he is about it, how much of a scumbag he is. How he just lays the pimp hand down. You gotta love Savage sometimes. And I just love this plan. He just took a bunch of beautiful women. He's like, I'm out. I'm going to my own corner with my own women. I'm gonna do my own thing. Team Savage, y'all. That man is the man with the plan right there. But anyways, Catwoman being kicked out of both groups since she's now a pariah. Also, since she spends a little time dipping in Batman's cow, if you know what I'm saying. So neither side really trusts her. And of course, she's watching from above. She's seeing what's going on. She's basically doing her spying thing. After all, a cat does like to climb trees. And Joker and Luther are still having their discussion. And Joker's basically saying, we need food, we need supplies, so basically just give them to us, and I might let you live long enough to get your little project going, and to get me home back to Gotham. Like I said, the Joker may be crazy, but he's not stupid. And neither is Luther, for that matter. I think he knew the Joker was going to play it this way. And as they begin to take the supplies, and as they begin to have their little moment, their little discussion again, it's basically chaos versus order. Lawful evil versus chaotic evil, in D&D terms. And as it goes on, Catwoman gets caught and brought in by the daughter of Mongol, actually, I do believe, as Clayface and Mr. Freezer in the background and Bane in the foreground. It's a cornucopia of stars. Super villains, yeah. And Luther begins to kind of speculate why she's here, basically laying down all the answers. And his Joker's getting ready, trying to decide whether or not to kill her. Bane decides to just thrust after her. And of course she dodges, ducks, gets out of the way. Catwoman is damn good. She's fast. And she could give a Batman the run for his money, so you know that she can outwit Bane. That's just what Catwoman does. So she's flipping away, and now she's at a point where she rats out Martian Manhunter because she was spying on him and she knows that he's hiding his blockbuster. So she outs him in order to save herself. True villain move. And as The Martian, the Manhunter, tries to negotiate with everyone, trying to say that we can find a way off of here. We need to work together. Together, we will find a way out. And of course, the villains aren't having any of this, and they begin beating him up. I mean, they dogpile on him, basically trying to bring him down to the ground, beat him up, and basically incapacitate him. I mean, they've been stuck on this planet for a while, and they wanted someone to vent their frustrations on. And it looked like the Martian has just volunteered, with a little aid from Selena Kyle, of course. And the Martian gets down. I mean, look at John Jones go. I mean, he is no slouch when it comes to fighting, combat, strength, abilities. I mean, he has the strength of Superman. He has eye beams. I mean, the Martian is not a pushover by any means. But then again, when you have overwhelming numbers, you can only fight so long. And that's basically what happens with the Martian. And he's doing a great job. Like I said, he's holding his own. His eye beams are going, but the rogues come up with a plan, of course. And as always, the rogues form an idea on how to take this superpowered being down. And John is still trying to sort of reason with them. But no, all the fire guys get together, since fire is one of his big weaknesses. They do like a sonic thing, kind of messing up his ears, and then boom, they hit him with a fire. And that's always been kind of like John Jones' weakness. Some say it's psychological, some say it's not. It depends on what issue you read. And like I said, every few years is a reboot, so you never know. But anyways, they knock him out cold with the fire blast. And the Martian is basically incapacitated. He's out. He's down for the count. And you got to hand it to the villains. This is the first time that all of them just decided to work together for a common goal. And that was kicking John Jones's ass all over the place. But as the Martian falls and Bane's kind of checking his pulse, Heatwave's getting worried that they killed another superhero, because at this point they killed Flash, aka Bart Allen, who became older for a short time and then died but came back. You know how it is with comics, y'all. But at this point, Flash is dead, and that's what kind of kicked this whole thing off. So I love that little moment there, but he's alive, of course. And as other people are watching from the monitors, Desaad, for one, from Apocalypse, y'all. They're the ones who set this up. They're the ones who sent them to this planet of death to find out who will survive, who will be worthy of Darkseid, who embraces the principles of Apocalypse, to survive, to kill, to bring misery for Darkseid. So who on this planet will be worthy to stand at the hand of the one, the only Darkseid? And who will survive? We'll find out the next time, as this story drops again and again. 2 more issues, y'all. And we'll find out the next time on what's going on. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Laters.